entrepreneurship, I'm glad that it's growing every day. And I have people that I know who are in high levels in their companies, no matter what that may be. They're at high level and they worked hard or they went to school for it, that are quitting their jobs and like, yo, I'm an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
And I'm like, are you sure, man? Like,
Talk about it.
And it's like,
Talk about it.
Yeah, I want to do this. I'm like, are you sure, man?
Talk about it.
Because nobody talks about the losses, man. They just talk about the winnings.
A lot of losses.
A lot of loss. You lose to win.
You know? You lose to win. And just pray to win every day.
When you first come in the game, look how they play. Then you at the top of the world, look how they wave to you. From Marcy to Madison Square, the only thing that mattered was just a matter of years. So, this hard work pay off when time is money, but you got the nerve to take a day off. So nigga, what you waiting for, the pussy or the Grammy? Anticipating gold like anticipating pennies.
So I'm just Prince.
This is Benny Musa.
And we are the Balance Effect Podcast here, promoting entrepreneurship and bossing up in every way possible. During this second season, we're trying to, how can I say it, highlight different individuals, let it be black and brown minorities in their respective places of business, you know, highlighting them in a way where, you know, we're able to, you know, shed light on the process, right? Because one thing we talk about is, you know, everybody wants that instant gratification, but they don't know about the process of it, right?
Yes, sir.
So, you know, I reached out to this individual who was like on some shot in the dark shit, right? It was like, yo, bro, we know the same people, you know my family. I never met you, I probably met you in passing, but it was never a one-on-one thing that I could remember. But yo, listen, I got this podcast and I really I see what you're doing. I love it. The process of how you switched over, you know what I mean? You making it your own, making your own little way through it. And I wanted to highlight you, right? So
and I appreciate that.
Nah, definitely. Put the mic over here.
Because I love what y'all do too.
Nah, I appreciate you, man.
And this takes a lot of courage.
Thank you. So definitely we got with us on the Balance Effect Podcast. Clap it up for Onel OVO, man. We here, man. We here, man. We here, man. So yeah, man. So like, first of all, how you feeling today, man? Me in your office.
I feel great, man. I feel great. I feel good.
You feel
about
good?
to have some champagne.
Yes, sir.
Oh, we got.
I feel good.
You feel good?
Can you tell us a bit about what's so special about this champagne right here?
Oh, this champagne is not really this. So back in the days, growing up, people used to drink Moet White Star, and then Nas came out with the Not That White Star.
Yeah.
So I guess Moet rebranded itself many years later.
Yeah,
and they came out with Moet Ice. So this is Moet Ice, and I'm not a brand ambassador, but but this Moet Ice is meant to be drank with ice.
Yeah.
You got your ice cup?
Yeah, I got my ice cup. I'll take a little bit. I'll take a little bit before I have some of the yak, the Henny, man.
I didn't ask that for the brand so much, but more so like how your mind works. And we're going to get more into that as we, you know what I'm saying, as we continue this podcast.
Right. Bet. So as you
spill on aisle 3.
Nah. It's all good. They gonna come clean it up in a little bit. But yeah, so Benny, how you feeling today, man? How's everything going?
I'm good. It's been a crazy week.
Right.
A lot of work. Like I said, I've been working at the theater. So that's been like a new experience.
Mm-hmm.
And also I've been really
take a little bit. Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Because we celebrating you, man.
We celebrating us.
Player shit.
We gonna celebrate you, man. You know what I mean? You know what this remind me of? Imaginary Players by Jay-Z.
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
What this?
That when you talked about the Moet stuff, like how he was talking about like Cristal, like, you know, I was drinking Cristal when y'all niggas thought it was beer shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Wearing that platinum shit.
Yeah, when y'all niggas thought it was silver shit. Yeah. Yeah, man. So yeah, we'll get this podcast started, man. You know, segment 1 and stuff like that. Talk about your humble beginnings.
Talk about what you've been on, man.
What's up with you?
I mean, I don't know. Well, you know, I'm unemployed. You know what I mean?
It's hard to tell. This equipment looks very expensive.
Nah, this is an investment. It's hopefully it'll pay off soon. But yes, it was an investment. You know, I'm just trying to, you know, build the brand. Like I started, like I was telling you earlier before we got on. That, you know, I'm into like the real estate stuff and the Airbnb stuff. So I have property in Dominican Republic.
That's beautiful, man.
Yeah. I actually just renewed my passport again. So, you know, it's being a dual citizen, you get like more perks towards it and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
So you know, I'm able to, you know, buy and finance things out there that, you know, a normal regular U.S. citizen wouldn't be able to do.
You have your residency out there?
No, I have. I'm a dual citizen.
Okay.
I'm a dual citizenship and stuff like that.
I know a little bit about that because I got some friends who, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I know a little bit about it, so that's why I'm asking you about the citizenship thing.
Right,
so,
I was about with the citizenship or whatever the case may be. I wasn't born in the Dominican Republic because of my parents, so I was able to.
Same here.
I was able to get the citizenship through them. I had to just go with my mother's cellular identification for those who don't speak Spanish, and just I was able to do that and, you know, pay a fee. And I got my cellular and I got my passport, and I had to just renew it because you renew it every so years and stuff like that. And I had a while.
You definitely got to do it with your family member present.
Yeah, no. You don't have your family member. All you have to do is, I take my mom's information, like her identification card from over there, cédula, and then with the cédula, I take my which is your birth certificate, acta de nacimiento, and you go over there and it says that person is my parent. Then I'm able to take that because I'm Dominican by denomination from birth. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it was, and I was able to do that. And now I'm trying to branch over to Colombia to do the same thing.
That's important for like us that are like second generation to know. I didn't know that. I didn't know it was that easy.
Well, I'm first generation. I'm first generation.
First generation.
Right.
So I didn't know that until I had some friends like him who invested in property and was like, I have to do this in order to get the property or whatever it is.
I mean, you don't have to do it. It's just better perks. Like as an American citizen, you would have to pay it outright. Right? I'm not saying I don't have it, but I don't want to dish out $50,000-$60,000 on a property right this instant. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So with that, what happens is that like you can go what they say is something like you buy a house en plano, which is like a plan, like they building it, whatever the case may be, and then you could get like an apartment for like $2,000. You put down $2,000 down, and you have up until the time that they give you the keys to at least have 25% down payment, and then you can finance the rest to a bank. But if you're a Dominican citizen or whatever case, you could just finance outright.
Outright, yeah, which makes it even easier.
Right, exactly. And the thing about it too is that the trick is that the way people make money is that, let's say if you don't have to put no money down after you put the $2,000 down, you don't have to put any money down until the thing is built. So like, let's say if somebody comes and they wanted your penthouse or your apartment, they have, because you already put a down payment, let's say, on it, or you separated it for you. If they want it, they have to pay the whole thing outright for you.
It's crazy.
And
it's
you
a
make
good
money.
thing.
And you make money.
Yeah.
A lot of
you
people
can set whatever price you want. Because then it's not part of the realty anymore. It's yours because you separate.
It's your own, yeah.
Right, and that's what a lot of people
or your own property, or whatever.
And you do it. And the thing about it is that a lot of investments going back, because you have a lot of first generation Dominicans going back to the Dominican Republic and investing in the country as we speak.
Right. We have a lot of people like that.
Right. There's making money here and bringing it back over there. That's why. I hate to say it, it's gotten crazy expensive out there. You know what I'm saying? It's not like before where you go out there with $500 and Diablo Primo, you just.
I was there with my lady maybe 2 years ago.
Right.
And the experience that I got being out there with my lady was like, everything's expensive, bro. Moet in the club is $200.
Yeah.
Whatever that transition into pesos, that's what it is. That's like $250, $300.
Yeah. That's like maybe 2,000. If it's at 57, that's like maybe 12,000 pesos.
Right. So. Man. You know,
do the math.
They hip to the New
culture.
York prices, I guess.
Right, they hip to the New York culture, and a lot of people are going back there and investing and stuff like that. Like, yo, Villa Consuelo is not Villa Consuelo anymore. Like, that is really a hot spot. Like, as far as like you have 4 clubs on the strip pumping
artists every night.
Yeah,
that's
cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, but the only good thing about it is that they don't be crazy promoters. So like, you really just paying for the table. You're not paying to get in the club. Then you got to pay for the table. You're paying for the hookah. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So that's the thing. But anyway, definitely that's my spiel. I definitely want to highlight you today. So I wanted you to give you the floor to talk about your humble beginnings, like where you're originally from. Talk about that and like how you started that.
I'm from 175th and Broadway, Washington Heights.
Right.
Born and raised.
Home of the haze.
Home of the hit A's, yes. Yeah. But nobody smokes haze no more, right?
Nah.
I don't know. I would still do it because I'm from that era. But You know,
I mean, the kids got this.
it's gelato
or
Zaza. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Lazar.
Purple Haze had a very long run.
I remember the good days.
Well, for me, go ahead.
No, I said I just remember the good days of sour.
Sour, no, the sour. It was late in the game, but sour was for us to smoke because it was so rare when we had it. But Haze is definitely, you know, I made a good chunk of change with some Haze. But yeah, I'm from 175th and Broadway, man. Born and raised.
Born and raised. All right, so like talk about like your home, your family life. Where'd you grow up? Where you went to school, stuff like that.
I grew up on 175th and Broadway. My grandmother used to live on 151st and Broadway.
Okay.
So we would go from 151st to 175th.
Right next to the Kennedy Fried, by the Kentucky Fried joint on the corner.
On 151st?
On 151st.
I mean, if it's there now.
It was there back then.
You sure?
Yeah. That's been there for years. I'm from 147.
It was 151st. It was, you see the corner building? That was where my grandmother's from. Right. The next to it was the bodega with the yellow sign. I don't know what color it is now.
Uptown and downtown.
And then it was Jahaira Sneakers. So right next to that.
Jahaira Sneakers. So what it's on? So that's the downtown side.
That is the downtown side. Yes.
Yeah. Right. So yeah, that's by Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Yeah.
I mean, not Kennedy Fried Chicken. No, Kentucky Fried Chicken. Yeah. I remember.
Oh, you said Kennedy.
KFC. My bad. I'm like
KFC. Yes,
KFC.
There's always been one there.
Yeah, KFC.
And the C-Town's always been there across the street.
My grandma used to go there all the time.
I used to go from 151st to 175th, 151st, 175th, 151st, 175th.
Right. So.
But I'm from 175th.
Right. So you grew up in that traditionally Dominican neighborhood. Talked about that growing up in that neighborhood. What school you went to? How many brothers you had? Stuff like that, man.
I have 2 brothers. Right. I have 3 brothers. I have one that was born and raised in the Dominican Republic. He's still there. He never wants to come to the States. And then I have 2 other brothers. One older, one younger. I went to PS 73, Incarnation, IS 90, All Hallows High School, Mount St. Michael for like 3 days. Humanities.
And West Side, right?
No, Humanities and West Side, yeah.
Okay. So now you grew up in Uptown. I grew up there too and stuff like that. It's crazy because I went to Stick, so I don't know. You know what I mean?
I went to IS 90.
So there you go, right there, 168 over there.
So I also went into Incarnation, so I know both sides.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
You know. So
I was in 90. I was in IS 90 in 99.
I was there in 97. No. Bullshit.
You was a little...
I was a little younger. So I was there like
2001, 2002.
2001, graduated 2002. So yeah.
Shout out to IS 90. It's not Ensted.
Yeah.
But I don't think they're like 5 different schools in one now.
Yeah, it's not the same no more. It's not the same no more.
But shout out to them.
Yeah, shout out to them.
Y'all schooling me right now.
Yeah, that's it's Uptown stuff.
Yeah.
He's from
where you went to? What school you went to?
I'm from Massachusetts. First of all.
Okay, so what school you went to? There's no schools in Massachusetts?
Nah. So I went to the school called Doherty Memorial High School.
How was that?
Oh man, it was crazy because you had like the rich white people, and then you had like the poor, you know what I'm saying, from the hood, from the block, all together in one. So you got to learn so much things. You know what I'm saying? And that was a dope experience. You know, just to see like what it could be like at the top, and then also to go back to where you're from to just be a little humbled. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was dope.
Seeing both the high class and the low class. I don't want to say the low class, but just seeing both sides of America in your neighborhood.
And everybody, like, I ain't gonna lie, it gave me a little taste of what I would say New York is, which is like everybody, for example, takes a train together. Be a millionaire, billionaire, normal blue collar working person. You're still taking
that train. You're still like, can you hold the door for me?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. At a point in time where you could have those now you don't really have conversations on the train anymore. But I'm sure there was a point in time where you were able to do that with somebody you just met. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. It depends who you are, because you can still have the conversation today.
Yeah.
You just have to wait until it presents itself.
Right. So it was like you were kind of forced to be in the same place at the same time. So that was my experience.
That's what's up, man.
Right.
Dope.
So growing up uptown and stuff like that, I'm pretty sure, you know, with the Dominican, you know, influences and stuff like that, parents are very strict. I heard you go to different schools. I know we had a conversation, your moms and your parents really worked hard for you to, you know, go to these private schools, right? Because them shit is brand, like, you know, very expensive. You know what I mean? I think my cousin, his daughter's going to Scanlon, and I think he said it was like 6,000 a semester or something like that, or whatever. So that's 12,000 a year.
Yeah. It's about. So at the time, I think tuition, and I didn't have like a sponsor or mentor or nothing like that, because there's sponsorship programs that if you having good grades, you just write to these sponsors, and if they want to sponsor you for a tax write or whatever it is that they do it for, some of them do it for just to help you, or whatever. But they have those programs. I wasn't in none of those programs. My parents used to pay cash.
Wow. Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. So then how did that influence you now going into like your work ethic? I know we were talking about manifestation, right?
Right.
So how did that, like your nucleus, your home, your parentage, I guess, like that kind of like utilize that to actually catapult you to like who you are now. Like it's obviously a process, right? So that's what we're trying to highlight as far as like your process.
So my process, my parents' thing was always school. Go to school.
Mm-hmm.
Go to school. And I'm like, yo, I want to make money. Forget school. I want to make money.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the attitude I kind of carried all the time. Like, I just want to make money.
Mm-hmm.
It was bad because it's like, my mom always used to say, like, you could like money, but don't love the money because it'll make you do something that is not worth you doing. She always taught me that life is more of an experience than money.
Right.
So if you get to experience the good things in life, so be it. Money's not everything. So my whole mentality was money because they just used to work so much for what? For money, right? So I was like, yo, I got to get this money.
Yeah.
Let's get this chicken.
Let's get the pay. So then how did that transition you to like, because I know we also had a conversation about like the dark side of that, right? Like as far as like, your mom, like just using, for instance, what your mom said, right? You fall in love with money so much or whatever case and make you do something that you wouldn't necessarily want to do, right? So how you transition from that? Like how did that, like the pitfalls, talk about the pitfalls, and how did you kind of like find your way out to being here where you at now too?
Right. So to explain the story, you have to understand that I made a decision coming out of high school to sell marijuana.
Mm-hmm.
And at the time, 2004, it's not legal.
Right.
It's illegal. So once I told myself that I was going to do something illegal, I knew that there were consequences behind the illegal activity. So even though I did go to prison because of my wrongful thinking when it came to selling marijuana, I knew that one day I was going to maybe have to do 6 months, but I thought I was going to have $3 million in the bank. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
So that's what it transpires, that it transpired to being, looking now, there's people getting rich off of their own strain of marijuana. So I was doing this, 2004, 2003.
This is almost 20 years.
And I paid my life. I gave my life to it. And now people are getting rich in dispensaries for it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm cool with that. It is what it is.
Right.
But me explaining it to you, you have to understand where I've been to understand, the question
right.
that you just asked.
And okay, you go from there, and then you're here now. What was that process?
Well, I came home and I just was blessed with people around me that was like, yo, you can go back to the street and make a quick 50,000 or 100,000, and then what? You're gonna go back on violations. You're gonna, one out of every 3 black and brown person who's incarcerated goes back 88% of the time, and that's a very high statistic. So I didn't want to be a part of that statistic. So when I took Applebee's and just focused my hustle in Applebee's, it was like a big blessing for me because I never looked back after that,
Well, how is it like having to sit down? I feel like for where you are right now, like I feel like to me personally, I feel like that was very instrumental. So just explain like what that was like.
To having to sit down, having to go through the time.
Yeah,
it was just a mental battle. It was it's a psychological warfare in your mind. So it's like you just have to weigh out. You just have to be strong. You have to, make your mind believe that you can do it.
Yeah.
Because at first I was like, yo, how the hell am I going to do this time here? Does time really pass here? Like, it's only 3 o'clock, Like, how am I gonna do 5 years up here, 4 years, 5 years? How am I gonna do that? You know, and then you just focus up and become a man and shit. And, you know, you was playing a grown man's game, so you're forced to grow up, you know what I'm saying? But for me, it was more of a mental thing. Read books and read and being to yourself and read and getting smarter. And, you know, that's what it was for me. So I went to school there because I read books and I just kept reading and kept reading and kept reading. It's like, yo, why you read so much? It's like, yo, I want to find shit out. You heard? I got the time now, you know? So for me, prison was horrible, but my mind, like, I gained a lot of strength mentally. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So to break me down mentally is hard because I done been through the pits of basically, you know, hell, you know what I mean? Right. But, you know, we take that and we try to, you know, when I went to prison, I thought my life was over. I didn't think that I was going to be doing great things after. I said, yo, you know, 88% of people come back here. This is going to be my life and I got to accept it. But then, you know, through conversation and through hope, it's like, no, this is not it. You know, this is not the only way. You could do something else and you don't have to come home and hustle or anything. You just could come home and try to do the right thing. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's real. You know, that's real. That's real, man. That's
cheers
real.
to that, man.
Cheers, man. Cheers. Cheers to manifestation, man.
Manifestation, man. The book, The Secret.
Yeah. I heard it. I didn't read it physically, but I
There's a documentary too.
Yeah, that's what I saw too on Netflix.
That's good enough. That's good enough. Everybody's not a reader.
No, I'm an audiobook guy, so I guess I'm a listener of books.
Right? You absorbing knowledge.
Yeah, that's
the language. That language is universal. It's a funny part about it. Like, you don't even have to read the book to still be on the same plane as, you know.
Absolutely, because I know people who's never heard of it that still believe in it.
Right. Right.
Being with your experience, we was kind of talking a little bit about this. What's your thoughts on like what they're doing as far as like prison reform? And also you could probably get into a little bit of this space and the founder, you telling us a bit about that. So
right. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to talk about her, you know, in public or whatever. Okay, you know, I don't really do podcasts. Right. But I'll tell you a little bit about both. So with prison reform, I love people like I don't want to name drop. So I love people who are in positions to help other people to get out of prison because, you know, it's a system. It's a business. It's, you know, I've seen people go upstate to do 4 years for a pocket knife just because, you know, they miseducated and they don't have no families and, you know, they pay their life for a pocket knife. Like, okay, we know we're not supposed to have pocket knives, but why is this man doing a 2 to 4 for a pocket knife? You know what I'm saying? It's a pocket knife, man. Did he do something with the blade? No, he just got caught with it. So his intention to you is, oh, maybe he was gonna do it, but he didn't. And you know, it's messed up, but you know, we trying every day. So I appreciate people that are in power, in the position of power, who speak up on it. You know what I'm saying? Right. Yeah. Like the people, like the lady who owns the lady who owns here, Kearney Point. She's about jail reform, and she worked in the jail system for many years. You know what I'm saying? Right. So she give opportunities to people like us. You know,
they're coming out of this that circumstance and kind of like
not only that
society.
Not only that, minorities in general, black and brown. Forget about the jail. Forget about felonies and being in the system. Yeah, just people who have less opportunity for some reason. We don't know those reasons, but whatever. Yeah.
We can't control it. We could just make the best of what we got.
Absolutely.
Just keep pushing, man. So that's on it.
Absolutely.
All right.
So funny enough, did we touch on the promotion? I know we talked about it.
We talked about it off camera, but we didn't really touch on how you get into promoting business, man. How you started doing parties, man?
How I started doing parties when I was young, because I have two. I have like the Jordan 23 and then the Jordan 45.
Right.
I have, you know what I'm saying? So
let's start off with the humble. Okay, let's start off with the humble beginnings, man.
The 23.
With the 2 threes. With the 2 3s.
Also, when I was younger, I'm from Broadway, man, from 175th and Broadway. So that's like the mecca of outside, like right. I feel.
Right.
It's Broadway, bro.
Yeah, I know.
Broadway
like,
goes
what-
on every borough, bro.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know, but Manhattan Broadway is like a different type of Broadway.
Yeah.
I can tell
Like
you,
you've seen money since,
they used to
like I said, born and raised. I'm walking down my building and there's 15 Lexuses double parked.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
Lexus was the thing of the 90s. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You had a Lexus.
Less trouble. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you was getting to it. So I'm seeing that. I'm gonna become that eventually. No.
Yeah, I hear that.
Yeah.
So it's like, bro, this is the mecca of fashion, and we got Harlem right down the block.
Right.
We got Blue Jeans, right? Harlem, USA, 145th.
Right.
We got 181st. That's not so.
Nah.
But we got 145th. My dream was to shut down 145th Blue Jeans. Listen to this. My dream was to shut down Blue Jeans and just close the store and just go shopping. So it's like my humble beginnings in promoting was basically us having open crib, what we call open crib.
OC.
My man's mom work and his dad work, and they got the lit crib with four rooms, and we're gonna do a party here, and we're gonna charge at the door. We're gonna pay a DJ, and we're gonna walk out with some money, and that's how it started.
Wow, that's crazy.
That's how I started. Okay.
That's crazy.
So it was okay. My bad.
go ahead.
So what was your first? What was the first experience like as in the club first, like per se?
My first experience in the club was I did my birthday in 2015, babe, 15 or 16. 2016. And, you know, we spent a few dollars, unusual dollars. And the promoters was like, you know, they were like, yo, who is he? You know, when you do 8,000 on a table, like 7,500 or something, that's a lot of bottles.
Gotta talk to me different.
It's like, bring me 2 more wets every 20 minutes until 4 in the morning. And that was like, this is the truth.
It's validated. You heard.
So we could cross-reference.
Yeah.
I'm a researcher just like you guys. We spent some money and people was like, yo, who's that? He's like, yo, this kid is from down the block. He's been doing this forever. You guys just don't know him. And they gave me the opportunity to keep pushing forward. Like, yo, you want to promote? Yo, you want to do this? Yo, you promoting here? Yeah. Then I took my own night on my own terms and invited my own people. But we in my neighborhood.
Right.
So who's going to bring more people out than me?
Right.
You understand? So I took the night and there was people who helped me with that night too. And shout out to them. Yeah, we went from there, and a lot of promoters helped me, gave me the opportunity to continue to push my vision, Fly Boys at the time, forward and shit. You know what I'm saying? I had that since 2003, Fly Boys Entertainment. And I got the name from, Dipset.
Yeah.
Fly Boys.
Yeah, home.
One Out Willie. Yeah.
You come kill me, sometime send me. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. I had to start that camera again.
Oh yeah. So it's crazy. So you talk about that's 23 now. What's the 4 or 5 story?
I put them both. The 23 story is me doing the churches.
Okay.
All over my neighborhood until I catch the case. When I caught the case.
Okay.
I had a few people that I was like, yo, maybe I should leave the business to them. Because somebody did that to me when I started promoting. It was like, my man had to go away. He's like, yo, shout out to my brother Jiggy Josh. He was like, yo, bro, I'm about to go through 2 years, but we kids. I'm like, yo, damn, bro, what you did? He's like, yo, I just gotta go do 2 years, man. I'm like, he's like, yo, you the person for this. Do it. And to this day, he's away right now. Shout out to him, but we'll free him too. But to this day, every time we speak, it's like, yo, what are we gonna do? Like, still hungry from back then, like, and it's amazing, bro. So, yeah, that was that was it.
Right. So you, I know we jumping ahead because it's so much of
it's a lot. Let's do it. I got time.
Not that much. Not that much.
Right.
You gotta bounce in a few.
Because that's the base layer. But I think we really came to talk about like, how did you then transition from that into
sneakers? Interesting.
Right.
So, obviously the world suffered COVID-19, and I'm a promoter. This is what I do solely. I left Applebee's to promote parties.
Mhm.
I don't do nothing else on the side. I don't sell waters. I don't sell watermelon, nothing. I just promote. So
Right.
my party has to be good every day because this is how this is how
your family.
I feed my family. So when COVID happened, unfortunately, a good friend of mine, like a mentor, and my brother gave me the. And shout out to too, man. He don't like, being out there like that, but that's my brother. He helped me out a lot. Through COVID, I'm always trying to get fly. I'm the type of person is if I can't afford it, I'm gonna wait till I could afford it. I'm gonna get it. So it's like saving up for $1,000 hoodie. I throw 4 parties. I have the hoodie money in one party, but I have to, in order for me to buy $1,000 hoodie, I gotta save up at least 4,000. So I have to throw parties to do this.
Mm-hmm.
So, shout out to him. When COVID happened, the clubs closed, bro, and I got just more hungry. And it gave me more hunger, and I was doing Meals on Wheels. Shout out to Junior Alca. Gave me the opportunity to do Meals on Wheels in Washington Heights and Dykeman. So now I'm getting paid to do what I love, deal with people who can't come out of their house. And from there, my brother was like, yo, let's do the sneaker thing. And I'm like, let's do it.
Mm-hmm.
And it was raffles and remember the wheels and stuff. And I started doing that. And at first I'm like, I don't want to be looked at the hustler that's doing the next hustle. Because now when you sit down at the table, it's like, oh, what are you up to now? What is the new hustle? No, I want to be looked at as a businessman.
Mm-hmm.
So I stepped my game up. He gave me the opportunity, and amongst others as well, shout out to y'all. Y'all know who y'all are. And they gave me the opportunity. So I always say, I just need the opportunity. Let me handle the rest. Because, you have to just work, man, work hard. And given the opportunity, I was able to show and prove that I can do it, and I'm still showing and proving that today.
Okay, so you got into the sneaker business, right? What you got into it because of COVID? I understand that, right? But it's kind of like a treacherous game, though, when you think about it, right? Even though like reselling, excuse me, not wholesaling. Well, it's reselling and wholesaling because you think about it, you have a whole bunch of sneakers here, but it's a $4 billion business, right? And
absolutely.
with the whole it pivoting now as far as like like bots, like. For those who don't know what bots are, people go online and they have these certain bots that are programmed to buy up sneakers so they can resell it, right? Now,
yeah,
right.
we try to meet them and see
right.
who they are and what they do and how much are their sneakers and
right.
And we try to do business with them.
So how is it? But now a lot of these companies like Nike, Adidas, they're trying to combat that because they're selling these sneakers, they're making them money, but then there's a whole bunch of money that's being on these resellers. Like you have some sneakers here that probably resell for thousands of dollars.
Absolutely, like the Louis sneaker who didn't let me rock my chair right now.
All right.
Nah, but I'm when it comes to the sneaker reselling game, I learned from a lot of people, bro. There's a lot of monsters out there who is as hungry or more hungry than me. Mm-hmm. So I learned a little bit from all of them, and I learned just relationships. I meet a botter and I want to know what he does, and 9 times out of 10 he's behind a computer, but I'm promoting every week, every day, promoting a party, promoting an event, promoting something. So all I need is the opportunity, like I said, to meet you, to see what you do, and maybe if we could collab and make some money, then we make some money, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I don't really know about the botting world. I just know that I could sell something, and I feel like I'm a good salesman because it's just in me, yo. I don't know, it's just in me. I love people, and my biggest trait is just people. I love people.
Right. I gotta make a point based off some things that you just said right now, and this is important for like all business people to know how to fuse the human experience with technology. You was able to say to yourself, yo, I know that guys is out here using tech to, you know what I'm saying, to take it, to pretty much build leverage to get these sneakers, but I know how to talk to the people who are buying the sneakers.
Right.
That's important for any entrepreneur to know in this new space that we're in, especially after COVID. You know what I'm saying? And that I just had to put that out there.
So I agree. I agree 100%. And entrepreneurship, I'm glad that it's growing every day. And I have people that I know who are in high levels in their companies, no matter what that may be. They're at high level and they worked hard or they went to school for it, that are quitting their jobs and like, yo, I'm an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
And I'm like, are you sure, man? Like,
Talk about it.
And it's like,
Talk about it.
yeah, I want to do this. I'm like, are you sure, man?
Talk about it.
Because nobody talks about the losses, man. They just talk about the winnings.
A lot of losses.
A lot of loss. You lose to win.
You know?
Right,
you lose to win. And just pray to win every day.
Yeah,
lose to win.
But all you need is that one win, yo.
That's it.
And some people never get that.
Yeah.
Right. But did they work hard?
They didn't lose.
But that's the thing.
Who knows?
That's the thing, though. I feel like people have this misconception of working hard, like, cause like, you know, I feel like our parents and stuff like that, black and brown parents, they always tell their kids go to school, do your thing, work hard, cause you think. But I'm like, I'm gonna be honest with you. That was one of the reasons why I left my thing, my gig, because yo, I was looking at it, I was like, yo, I'm tier 6. Tier 6 is your retirement age, when you get to get all your money. Yo, I started teaching at 24. I'm 33 now. By the time I would be able to retire, I would have the years, but I won't have the age. Mm-hmm. So it would be like a 7-year gap. Mm-hmm. When I retire
from 65,
no, I would be able to retire. The retirement for me, retirement age for me, where I'll be able to retire is they used to have 25, 55. I don't have that because if I retire 25 years, I'll be 51.
You'll be too young.
I'll be too young, right?
So why don't you would have put in the extra 4 years? No,
I would. That's the thing though. But then they don't have that for my tier, so I would have to do a full 30 years. So 30 years, I'll be 54, right?
I mean, 54 is young, man.
54, but listen, that's 30 years, right? But then I wouldn't get my full everything, my pension and everything until I'm 67.
Right, so you'd be doing other
because things. I'll have the years, but I wouldn't have the age to get everything. Right. So then I would have to do an additional 10 years at 54.
Right.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So it's like way more work.
I'm working 40 years to get in the hopes of that I'll stay alive long enough to see that bread.
To reap the benefits, yeah.
Right? Because look, my father passed at 71. If I retire at 64,
God bless his soul.
Yo, bro, I'm 7 years. I've worked 40 years to live 7. Nah, bro, I want to live now, man. I want to live when I still got lead in my pencil, when I can still move, do certain things.
Absolutely.
You get what I'm saying? So, you know, I was like, yo, you know what? It didn't make sense for me. So, you know, like I feel like these people have this misconception of working hard. It's not about working hard. In retrospect, it's about working smarter and working towards a goal. I don't care. Like Rick Ross said, he said, I don't care if it takes me 10 years to do something. I just want to waste no time. You know what I'm saying? Know your purpose and what you're trying to do and how you getting there, right?
Right, absolutely.
Right.
You don't want to waste your time, but entrepreneurship, you might not know if you're wasting time.
Right.
Because when you really on some entrepreneurship mentality and you don't have a job and you don't have a plan B and entrepreneurship is all you have, you don't know whether you're wasting time or not. You know how many parties I did? It was like, damn, that was a waste of time. I made some money, but I wasted some time. And it's like, it's easy to say when you're a millionaire. I'm not saying nothing about who said it. I'm just saying this is entrepreneurship for real, for real. This is, we don't know if we're wasting time. What if promoting wasted my time since I was 13? Because all it could get me is into the club, right?
Right.
So now 20 years later, I got sneakers, but I love promoting. So promoting is where my heart is too. And fashion. So yeah.
I would just to add to that, I don't think anything wastes your time if you have the perfect
experience
with the perfect perspective for it, because that's all a part of it. Because like I said, I'm listening to you talk and I'm like, whoa, he took what he was doing, first of all, from the streets, right? Then you have that element. Then you have the element of doing the party promotion, right?
Right.
And then now you putting that
good school, bad school,
you understand
too.
What I'm saying? Yeah.
You know?
So like for me, like I heard this from another entrepreneur. He said the key is to do as many things as possible till something hit, and something gotta hit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
or do what you know how to do best, and be like, yo, something's gonna hit.
Something's gonna hit. You know, and that's why I say that. It's like if you kind of jumping around a bit, painters do this too, where they'll do a painting. Like, let's say they paint a picture of a face. They do a painting of eyes, and then they do a painting of like mouse, like just mad mouse. Pause.
And then they just
and then,
puzzle it together.
Yeah, and then they'll do the final piece, and it'll be one perfect piece. You know what I'm saying?
Right, absolutely.
And I feel like that's what entrepreneurship is. It's an art form.
Yeah, you know, when you're doing entrepreneurship, no matter what you're doing, you know, go hard. And I don't have it all figured out, you know, when it comes to what works for, you know, each person has something that they are good at. I feel like every entrepreneur should focus on, yo, what am I good at? I'm good with people. Okay, let me find something to do with people. I'm not good with people. Let me sit behind this cubicle, you know? Or I'm the visual creator. I'm the content creator. Let me focus on this. It's just focusing on what you're good at.
Finding your niche.
Because I feel like finding your niche, but I don't want to sound cliche, but you have something in you that you're good at, that you know in your heart you're good at. Just find it and apply it to entrepreneurship. Quitting your job from one day to the next, I wouldn't recommend. But I also recommend quit that job if you don't like it. You feel me? Because that's what I did.
Right.
Not that I didn't like Applebee's. It was more like, because I loved Applebee's and the people in it. For me, it was the people in it more than Applebee's, because there were people who just loved the food industry, or just love to feed people. And it's like, yo, people strive off of this.
Right.
Like I know people who told me in Applebee's, like, yo, this is my dream. Like, I'm living my dream. Like, and it's like, yo, this is your dream? Because this wasn't my dream. I just randomly got off on the stop. You heard?
Yeah, everybody gotta make their way, man.
So, you know, just finding what you do. I would say finding what you do, what you're good at, and just focus on what you're good at. If you know how to write papers, there's motherfuckers, like part of my friends who can't spell. Get a lit nigga that got 100,000 followers. Yo, you make a lot of grammar mistakes. Let me help you, and start there. I mean, that's an idea, you know.
Right. So it's just finding what you're good at and stuff like that. All
Right.
All right. So we jumped in from the sneakers and stuff like that.
Let's go back to the sneakers.
We're here in a home base. Talk to us about your business now. Talk about
Ambassador Society.
Right. Let's give it a shout out. Oh, before we go into that, we get sponsored. So today's episode is sponsored by Ron Brant North Shop. It's my man's clothing line. Dope. If you like that Fair God, Kanye aesthetic, you know, loose fitting clothing, hit him up. He definitely sponsors the podcast and stuff like that.
Shout out to him.
He got some new stuff on the way.
Can I see some stuff?
Yeah, I got you. You know, I definitely got you.
I like dressing up, man.
Yeah, nah, his shit's
and
official.
dressing down.
Ron Brant North .shop. Talk to us about Ambassador Society. How you get that name? What makes you stand out differently? What makes you want to start this business?
So when ambassador, as we all know, is somebody who promotes something. An ambassador, whether you represent a country or you a Hennessy brand ambassador, or you're I don't know, a Yeezy brand ambassador, or Yeezy, or Adidas, or YSL, whatever. Ambassador is somebody who represents something. I've been representing, you know, the culture of all my life, so I'm a representative of many different things, whether it's parties, DJs. You know, I manage a DJ. Shout out to my DJ E Styles, High 97 heavy hitters all day.
Right.
I represent things, man. Whether it's a club, a shirt, I'm a representative. So I feel, you know. So Ambassador Society, a society of people who represent stuff.
Right.
You know? And that's how I started that.
That's a dope name.
Thank you, man.
Dope outlook and stuff like that.
I took a long time to come up with that, man. And shout out to my lady Karina. She's a percent holder here. She's back there.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to Karina.
Shout out to
the brand looks very
it's my everything right there. Yeah.
Yeah. The brand looks very school. You know what I'm saying? Very like.
So the brand. I mean, we came up with this. It took us I want to say 6 months to come up with it. Me and the designer Sharpie, shout out to Sharpie.
Oh yeah, he was supposed to do my stuff too.
Good Box Studio.
Yeah,
he does a lot of clubs and a lot of my flyers and stuff like that.
Right.
So I sat down with him. I filled out a questionnaire. It's 3 pages about the. He's my friend, but he didn't treat me as a friend on this. He was like, "Yo, this is business. We're gonna execute business," and we took 3 months, 3-4 months. to get it done, and I didn't really like it initially. I'm talking about the actual logo, the actual this logo, because it just reminds me of many other things, and I wanted my joint to not be. But then when I showed it to people, they were like, "Yo, this is it."
Yeah,
it looks regal almost.
yeah.
It looks like kingly.
Does
You know
it?
what I'm saying? Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, it kind of gives me a thing of like secret society almost.
That's exactly.
I mean,
know
this
what I'm
is ambassador society. All we ask is trust.
Right. Right. It looks like that. Like if you think about like Masons or like Illuminati, that type of secret society things. I read a lot about it. So
Yeah, we don't listen. This is not a secret society. I did not sacrifice a cousin, an uncle, a brother, a sister.
No, but when you look at math and masonry, because I have it here, a mason, and I have the compass on my as one of my tattoos.
I've noticed.
Compass guy.
I've noticed.
So when you look at like the whole like compass and the you have the circle engraved in the middle, you have your signal, and then it's a forever circle. So it's like it's a secret society in there. Then you have the pyramid. You're a builder. You know what I'm saying? You build society.
Shout out to Sharpie.
You know what I'm saying? So like that's what I see when I see that. So it's like, okay, I get what he was trying to do with it when he designed it for you, and it kind of fits. You know what I'm saying? Even the whole thing of when you come into your office, when you come into the site, you know what I'm saying? It's all geared to that. You know what I'm saying? So it pops. So it makes sense.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? I know this detail, so that's why.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Definitely. So you built this brand, and during COVID, you know what I'm saying? I built the podcast during COVID. I was
shout out to the podcast
you
too.
know what I'm saying? And we definitely hyped to have you on and stuff like that, talk about it. But okay, so I was trying to get into like this next segment or whatever to talk about kind of like the after effects of, I guess, the sneaker game, right? So like when we was kids, because we were around the same age,
right?
Parents was very difficult for parents to buy sneakers for their kids, right? Because
difficult financially, yeah.
Financially, because like I remember when I was a kid, I was like, "Mom, you know, can I get a pair of Jordans?" She's like, "Nigga, I'm not paying $95 for nothing.
Absolutely,
nothing. I'm not paying $95."
I remember in the 5th grade, the Eddie Jones came out, the Team Jordan Eddie Jones.
I had the blue ones. With the.
I didn't get to get them because my parents just had bought me the Team Jordans. What was the Team Jordans that had? They were all black. It had a thing of white. Let me see, real quick.
Right.
I have to look these up. These.
Oh yeah.
These.
Yeah.
I remember those.
What year did these come out? Do we know?
Those came out. If I'm not mistaken, those came out in either. If you were in 5th grade at the time, I was
in 5th grade when these came out.
So that was 97. Because I was in 3rd grade.
97.
97.
So I'm not good with the years and referencing back. That's why I asked. But those had came out. And then, so I got these. So I figured to myself, I'm just run in these all day. They're gonna wear out, and my mom gonna be forced to buy me a brand new pair. The Eddie Jones joints, and I never got to get them.
The Eddie Jones joints the Eddie Jones silhouette was similar to the 14. The 14 silhouette. That's why I wanted to get it so bad, because they came out. It was either it was like an old black pair, and then they had the blue. It was like blue on the outside, and it had the it's like, what was that like? It wasn't yellow, but it was like a lime green on the inside. You remember what I'm talking about? Because it resembled the silhouette of the 14.
We'll look at the shoe after the show.
Yeah, all right, cool, yeah. But that was
because I don't want to we don't know it,
right?
And
right.
I didn't research this, so I would have had my little iPad here and we would have been researching it.
Yeah. So like now as a premium seller, because I know you're a premium seller, like you get your stuff ahead of time, right?
Right. So, we try to get everything ahead of time. So
yeah. It's kind of difficult. I know you have your clientele, but it's kind of difficult for the everyday person to dish out $400, $500, $600 on a pair of sneakers. What do you think? What do you think? What are you doing to kind of come still, be able to have like everyone's favor, or if not have everyone's favor, market yourself where you're just marketing yourself to exclusive clients?
No, we have white Air Force Ones. They're $100. Come get that. That's the best shoe in the world.
Right.
White Air Force One. A white Air Force One, man. Come on.
Yeah, no.
What we talking about, man?
Nah, I mean,
what we talking about?
But I remember when Air Force One was $60, bro.
But now they're 90.
Yeah. No.
Because the times change, man, and the companies got to make more money. They employing us, right? And they're employing people. The price got to go up a little bit. It's just business.
Right. But the thing about it, the production is not the same, though. Because if you look at
now before.
It was real leather on
Air Force, right? But Air Force One before was something that was on the shelves. When the demand becomes so high that they gotta produce in half the time, it just tells you that you have to fucking, excuse my French, you have to produce the item in half the time because so many people want it. Before there wasn't no line for sneakers like that.
Yeah, facts.
I mean, I remember. Models always had lines for sneakers, you know, as far as I could remember.
We talking about 181st?
181st or any other models, like Fordham or there was always lines in models.
Do you feel like that started that like line for sneakers? From my memory, it was the 11s, the patent
Concourse.
Yeah, I had 6 pairs.
Yeah, that's when I feel like it got crazy.
Yeah. My man got married in them. With his wife, he got married in that silhouette, that sneaker. That sneaker's a powerful sneaker. Yeah. It just hits. Mm-hmm. It just hits, bro. Yeah. Look, to this day, this don't come out for. Can I show this?
Yeah, go ahead, man.
This don't come out for like what, like 3 weeks? Like 3 weeks. And still, look.
Ooh, the wolf.
Those are the cool grades.
The cool grades, yeah.
Babe, can you check the release date on cool grades?
5s.
Yeah.
Speaking of which,
that was another one though.
Yeah,
that was.
I'm not a great fan.
No, forget about the colorway. We talking about the silhouette. We talking about the sneaker. Yeah, this is bottom. Yeah, this is timeless right here.
Absolutely,
timeless is a timeless shoe.
Right,
it's just timeless. I mean.
Nah, I respect this.
You know,
you're right.
So they build the kids so much better.
I don't know.
Better than the adults. Like
I don't know, man. I don't know.
You don't like the sneaker?
I like. Okay, so I like the Concourse, but I don't feel like I could get real fly in them joints, bro. No more. I can't get fly.
You know how one of the first ways I wore this, I had my man who used to work in Foot Locker 146.
145th on Broadway. Right next to the McDonald's?
Yeah, that's 145th, 146, right?
Right in between, yep.
Mm-hmm. You know, nobody says that. They say 145th.
145th, yeah.
I used to work there. And I took the top that they work in. Mm-hmm. And I wore it. These came out, the Concourse came out like in 2000 and I want to say like
the second time. 2011.
Yeah,
December.
Before that.
No, before that they only retro. That was the first time they ever were retro.
Yeah.
In 2011.
Yep.
Yeah. That
was so crazy because they.
I had them, and I had that sneaker. Shout out to my man Toby. He sold me that sneaker. I had that sneaker in 11th grade, 2002. I wore it. It came out around that time. No.
No.
You sure?
I'm sure.
So I had those Concords in I was a sophomore.
2005? Nah, you had to be a junior.
No. I graduated 2004.
2002.
When did the Space Jams?
No, I'm talking about the Concourse black and white. I had those sophomore year.
Yeah. Nah, you probably had the red, black patent leather, the bull color ones.
No. It was the white and black. You could cross-reference me with my friend Toby.
Mm-hmm. I got you.
I had that sneaker in 2003, I believe.
Right.
And I wore it because my man, shout out to my brother Anthony. Anthony he was working in Jimmy Jazz, but knew somebody in Foot Locker. Mm-hmm. He used to work Jimmy Jazz 181st. He had a man's in Foot Locker. I had their uniform. Yeah. No, I got it from Anthony's man. I had the stripe with the Spurs button down with those sneakers. Mm-hmm. It was snowing that year. And niggas was like, yo, got some shit on. And it's like, yeah, you gonna see me.
Yeah. All right, cool. So now that So you talked about that. So kind of like to wrap up the segment before we get into the wrap around. So for somebody who's trying to get into the sneaker business, right? What would be some of the things that you would? What are the do's and don'ts, and what advice you would give to those people that are trying to get into it? Like, because I feel like more younger kids are trying to get into it. You know what I mean? So they can have more control and more say of it.
Come to Ambassador Society.
Right.
Come over here.
You gonna give them a course?
Just I don't sell courses.
No. I didn't say you're gonna sell it. I said you're gonna just give them.
No.
The game.
No, I'm just gonna, if somebody willing to come and listen and we talk and come to Ambassador Society.
Right.
Come over here, I'll show you what I do, you know?
Right.
And maybe, like I said, people that leave their high positions for entrepreneurship, it's like, are you sure? So for a sneaker reseller who's trying to get in the game, come over here, are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell you what I do, I'm gonna show you. And just come to Ambassador Society. But I would also say, just look at the sneaker game. Look at what you're good at and implement what you're good at to sneakers if you're trying to get into sneakers.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the advice that I would give. 2 advices.
Right, 2 advice.
Come to Ambassador Society and choose what you like to do or what you're good at, what you believe you're good at, and apply it to what you're trying to do, sneakers.
Right. All right, that sounds good, man. So we got this like little game with our guests.
Let's do it.
That we play, like we do like a either or. So we give you like 10 questions and you say like, would you rather? But you gotta always tell me why, right? So I usually let my man Benny do it.
Let's do it, Benny. Let's do it, man. I'm ready for you, man.
He does the it's like a round of 10 questions. He asks you the question, you give me anything, I ask you why, and kind of give it more fun because sometimes people,
so go ahead.
Sometimes people, when they listen to it, they want to get game, but they want to be entertained at the same time, and that way people get to know a different side of.
Let's do it, man. I might have to take off the hat on this.
Nah, show the fade, bro.
Yeah. It's a waterfall, I call it. There's no line in the fade, no line.
Copy.
Okay, so here we go. Rapid round. Question number 1. The most expensive sneaker you've owned or sold.
Owned or sold?
Yeah.
So I only been in the sneaker game less than 2 years. The most expensive sneakers I say is like a $3,000 sneaker.
What was the sneaker?
Louis Vuitton sneaker.
Okay, that was the most expensive Louis Vuitton.
Let me think. Hold on. Let me think.
Come on,
let
say
me
the
think.
right one.
Let me think. Me personally, that I sold straight up to somebody, like a $3,000 sneaker, Louis Vuitton, maybe $2,000, $2,500.
Right.
Like this sneaker is like $2,500 retail.
Right. Okay.
Let's say the most expensive sneaker was a Louis Vuitton.
Okay.
Trainer. Louis Vuitton trainer.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is that the most expensive sneaker that you own as well?
No, the most expensive sneakers that I've had here was the Air Mags.
The Air Mags.
Yeah, the Air Mags.
The Marty McFlys.
The Marty McFlys.
Okay.
One of my favorite
and
shoes.
how much those go for retail? Retail and then resale.
Retail, they're like $300 if I'm not mistaken. Resale, they're like 30,000 right now.
That's crazy.
Right. Put a 10 times that by 100 and 3 times. Yeah. All right. Next question.
Drake or Kanye?
Drake all day.
Right. And why Drake though? Because you got a whole bunch of Kanye sneakers. I don't see no Drake sneakers here.
I've sold a lot of OVO sneakers. I wear OVO, the brand. I listen to the album. I have Apple Music. I support.
Right.
Just Yeezy is producing more sneakers, bro.
Right.
Because that's what he's doing. And shout out to Yeezy. And they just merged out of nowhere. And it's a beautiful thing.
Right.
Because it's pushing the culture forward for real. Shout out to them. Let's take a shot to them.
Right.
Shout out to them.
Shout out to them, man.
Shout out to them. That was real shit. But I say Drake is
your guy. It's a Scorpio thing.
He just too talented. The talent is out of this world, impeccable. Close to never like something we've like. It's just a lot. It's a lot of talent, a lot of smart, a lot of strategy, a lot of knowledge, like intelligence, bro.
I would say that
I'm not saying that Kanye is none of that, but Drake is born in October. Drake could act, he could sing, he could talk to the girls, he could talk to the streets. It's just so many gifts.
Versatile.
But I want to say it like this, so many gifts in one.
Got you.
as opposed to Kanye, which is a fucking amazing genius, right? But he's just one way, his way or the highway. You know? So it's difference in character.
Yeah.
Right.
I say OVO, I was born in October, man. October 25th to be exact. I feel like I'm October's very own.
Right.
And what I do.
I was gonna say
in
like
my genre.
I was gonna say you signed with Chubbs or something like that.
Nah.
You down with Chubbs View or something like that, man?
I don't even know him, man. Shout out to him though.
Nah, definitely. I met him one time.
They're amazing. They're amazing people.
Definitely dudes, man. All right, next question.
Best fit you ever put together?
For myself?
Yeah.
Shit.
Because you say you like fashion, so what's the best fit you ever put together?
We talking about Pellet days, Averex days, Evisu days, Red Monkey days. What days we talking about?
We talking about the best fit.
Jabbar days, Iceberg days.
Nah, never Iceberg. It was always Sean John.
Sean John, we did that too.
Jabbar.
Academic sweatsuits. What we talking about?
I'm talking about what's the best fit you feel like you put
together. Whatever.
Don't matter whatever. I'm talking about the best fit, period. When you walked out the house, you was like, Diablo, que pinta. Like, I'm on fire right
it's
now.
I'm gonna go left. For New Year's 3 years ago, shout out to my mans, AD. Burberry suit for New Year's.
Mm-hmm.
That was like amazing. It was like, Diablo, que fucking pinta. Like,
so Burberry suit fitted.
Burberry 3-piece suit. Yeah, tailored to my fit. Absolutely.
All right. That's what's up, man. Next question, man.
All right. Stripes or checks?
Checks over stripes. That's what I like. That's what we like.
More stripes,
that's what we like. No, but the stripes is just producing more.
Right.
And
who's selling more?
No, Kanye's the man. Nobody's taking away from Kanye.
Right. Now I'm just giving you some, I'm some shit, bro. That's
no, but look, let me explain to you.
Right.
Because I sell the product doesn't mean that I love every product I sell.
Right.
I don't sell every product that I love and dislove. I just sell the product because I'm in the business.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So this is a Jordan 2 right here. I don't have my size and I'm dying for the sneaker. Nobody loves this sneaker.
Mm-mm.
Nobody really likes it.
I like the
And look, they collab Off-White. I love Off-White. I love fucking Off-White. Karina could tell you how much I love Off-White. And even a lot of my peers. Look at this shoe. This is a Jordan 2. This is a lovely fucking sneaker. I would choose this over any sneaker right now. That's out right now. I would choose this over. So you want to see some unreleased shit? More unreleased shit? Or we good?
We can see some unreleased shit when we finish.
But, okay, so anyway, this is my favorite shoe in this room right now. And I got Travis Scott's over there. We got Union fucking 4s. We got Amaniri 3s over here. We have Waffle, Sakai. We have a lot of exclusive. This is my sneaker right here. Because I love the sneaker. It has emotional connection. I think these came out again in 2002, if I'm not mistaken.
What those Jordan 2s? Again? They came out. They did come out. They
came out again in 2000.
But it was the hot top.
The hot top.
Yeah,
I had the black and silver and the red one.
Yeah, I had both.
I bought them 180th in St. Nick. Shout out to it's called the Heights.
Yeah. I got it. But I had the Carmelo pair. I had the Carmelo pair, and I had the black and white ones too.
Shout out to Carmelo, man. I'm on my third read right here.
Yeah.
You guys should go check this out. I don't get paid for this, and he don't sponsor me.
Right.
But you guys should check this book out. Amazing book.
Right.
Amazing book. Carmelo Anthony, Where Tomorrow's Unpromised. Go check that out. For real.
Copy. All right, next question.
Most influential person in sneaker culture, in your opinion, and why?
Most influential sneaker person in the culture? My brother. His name is. That's my influence. That's my mentor. He was the one who gave me the opportunity to do this. And yeah, he's my mentor. He's my brother. And yeah, is his name.
What's the next one? Favorite Drake record?
Shit. Favorite Drake record? So many, man.
Nah, but you gotta pick one.
I can't.
Yeah.
I can't.
Come on, you OVO, bro.
I can't. There's so many. There's so many, man.
I'm talking about you hear this joint, you going crazy. And I've seen
Tuscan leather.
Wow, I didn't think he was gonna say
Tuscan
that
leather.
shit. Tuscan leather?
Yes.
Wow, you a real Drake fan, because I would have never said that shit.
Tuscan leather.
I would have never said that shit. I'm gonna keep
For
it a
me,
buck.
that's my favorite album. It's my favorite song, Tuscan leather.
Yeah.
Your favorite album is Nothing Was the Same.
Yeah.
Okay. My favorite, you know what?
Nah,
Go ahead.
But I'm gonna take care, man.
You Take Care, man?
Take care.
Take Care was fire.
UGK is my favorite. record
my
on
favorite,
Take
my
Care.
favorite Jake record. This is
Shout
no
out to
shade.
UGK, the real UGK. Shout
Oh,
out to my
that's-
brother Bum B.
I'm
Yes,
not
sir.
gonna throw no. It's not no shade, yo. Shout out to my man Quentin. But my favorite record is my favorite Drake album is If You're Listening to This, It's Too Late.
That's fire.
That's why I said shout out Quentin.
Yeah, but you
So
know
that's
what?
special.
You know what's so crazy? Shout out to my brother Vinyls and my brother Alan Ritter. Those are my brothers. Shout out to John Leverage, and those are my guys, and they do a lot of amazing work for that team. You know, they're that
Yeah.
team. You know,
You know, one
But,
of the biggest joints, bro. One of my favorite joints that Vinyls did for him was 0 to 100, and the other joint was 4
shout out to Vinyls.
4 a.m. in Calabasas.
I was gonna choose that over Tuscan Leather, but I thought about it right now.
Yeah.
I was gonna choose that because the AMs and the PMs, I got a party that I'm envisioning now, and I started it for my birthday, 4 a.m. in Brooklyn. So I'm trying to start that a time and a place because it's a connection, you know?
No, I dig that. Shoot,
So
man.
Tuscan Leather, Nothing Was the Same. I stand by that.
All right, bet.
I ain't gonna lie, when that first came on though.
We could listen to it right. We could listen to it right now, and we would think that it came out yesterday.
Yeah, I remember when that
Okay.
thing came out. I ain't gonna
Where's
lie.
you? Somewhere between iconic and ironic.
Yeah.
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 Very witty, right?
Yeah.
Okay. 3 more questions. These are gonna be a little deeper than usual.
Let's do it, man. I'm about that. Let's do it.
What is the future you see in sneaker culture, and what role do you play in that?
The future, as bigger as my mentor gets, if it's even possible, but the bigger I get, the more people I could help.
Yeah.
So I see the sneaker culture growing rapidly, and me helping others to grow like somebody helped me.
Yeah.
Until I don't start helping people, like really helping people, I'm not really doing nothing. And that goes to sneakers, promoting, anything. You know, I'm not really changing nothing unless I'm changing people, you know?
Got you.
Do you see yourself transitioning into another space, another business?
So right now, the sneakers, my family, the sneakers and promoting is a lot. So I would love to do more things, and I would love to transition into. I want to sell homes. He's talking about DR and how he's selling property, and how he has to tell people, you have to pay me in full today.
Yeah.
I love shit like that because it's business, but I understand that it's just one of me. You know, and I have a lady, and I'm in a serious relationship, and I have kids, and you know, I have people who I take care of.
Mhm.
So it's like, even though the time is never enough for the family, you never could give them enough time, because that's what's important, right? But you know, I wish I could do other things. So right now, promoting and sneakers is my life, and that's why I want to keep it at. Unless somebody want to offer me 50 million for the company, I might not sell it either.
Okay.
And then you said you meant to say his name one more time for the people.
My mentor all day.
All day.
Yeah.
Do you feel like all day with the work that you've been doing so far, would he be proud of you?
I feel like yes and no, because he's a very smart, business savvy, he's like a tough love type of person. So yeah, he might be proud of me, but I know he expects way more from me because he's that good himself. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
That's it with the question. All right, man. Yo, so listen, man. I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all, man. I hope.
For real coming on, man. I appreciate
Thank you for having me. People don't, you know, we don't do this often. Like, you know, we don't work together often. And when I say work together, us, it's like we from the same neighborhoods, from the same places. We supposed to collab with each other a little more. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's what I want to do. a lot, right?
And sometimes us being from New York and having that New York mentality is like, I'm as good as him. I'm not going to collab with him because I'm as good as him. No, that's not it. Let's collab together. Make me better. Make me better. Yo, you good at this? Yeah, I'm good at it. Yo, I'm not so good at it. Yo, you was a teacher. What you taught? Yo, you was a swimming instructor. What you learned from there? Because I could learn from you just like you could learn from me, no matter where you are. Don't listen to the message. Don't listen to the messenger. Listen to the message, man.
Word.
That's it.
I feel like you rising right now. Like, you want to know. Like speak easy and shit like that.
Nah.
You spitting knowledge.
I'm just drinking more
Spitting that knowledge, okay? You 5%, bro. Nah, I'm joking.
I'm not, but I build with a lot of them.
Nah, they did good people, man.
And shout out to them.
They good people, man.
So at the end of the day, man, my last thing is thank you for coming by and let's do this once a week or something.
Nah, look, I'm trying to collab. I'm trying to highlight individuals such as yourself that's just making it, man. Like people think that like I was like one of the interviews we were talking about was that I asked the person, would you have money or relationships or
relationships?
Right, you want relationships at the
Absolutely.
end of the day, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, I put up a meme on Instagram that said, yo, my character and how I hold myself and my integrity open more doors than money will ever open for me. You get
People don't understand that.
You get what I'm saying? And like they just think, we coming up in an era now where, people want instant gratification. They want everything the fast way. They want money a certain way, you know what I'm saying? But they gotta understand that like, I'm pretty sure Quan's not from New York when he didn't grow up in New York as a kid, but I remember when I had to work in Blockbusters. I was making minimum wage. It was $4.50.
I used to work in a place called Raimundo on 176 in Broadway. I used to bag up groceries. That was like my first job.
You get what I'm saying?
I was out, but I had $50 in my pocket, and all my friends was pop.
Yeah. Right.
You feel me?
Right.
But I had $50, $60 in my pocket.
Right.
Because I was working.
It's all about being able to do the things. It's all about people. There's agreements like I follow a lot of entrepreneurship page. It's like it's just about you go and see certain things and you be like, damn, do I want to have an easy life now and never grow, or you want to do the hard things now so you can have an easy life forever? And I didn't get that until I was already somewhat of a dope.
But it depends. It depends who you ask, though.
Right.
Because there's people that have put off the money just to spend time. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But I'm not even talking about the money.
Go ahead. What you talking about?
I'm talking about more.
You're reflecting more.
I'm reflecting more of. I'm gonna do the things that are necessary now, so that I have the time later. You get what I'm saying?
But when you say time, what's the time?
The time.
Because I look like people like. I don't want to sound cliche again, but let's say Diddy, he works, bro. He probably ain't have to work 10 years ago, but why is he working still? Yeah. Because he's trying to push a culture forward. Or whatever it is that he's doing, and God bless him for it. Mm-hmm. But why is he still working? Mm-hmm. It means I gotta work much harder. Right. Because we ain't there yet. He's still working. Mm-hmm. Right. Let's take somebody who's not a brother that comes from where Mark Zuckerberg. Whoever who's influential that's not hip hop or urban that you like.
That's a good question. I would say Tesla and
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk, yeah.
All right, let's just say him. Why doesn't he stop working? Why? Maybe we will never know, but I know there's something behind it.
Because he's trying to change the world.
So we fucking gonna work too,
Right.
Yeah.
All right, man, yo. All right, man. I'm gonna end it off on that. That was a good one. That was a good one there.
Cheers,
all right, man.
Thank you.
Cheers on that one, man.
We could go on for another hour too. I got like another hour gift for gap.
Yo, this your boy Just Prince,
This
yo.
is Benny Musa.
And we are the Balance of Play podcast here presenting, Onel OVO, man. Appreciate you, man, yo.
Better known as Oneezy OVO.
Oneezy.
My name is Onel. You can call me that. I love that name.
Yeah.
But better known as Oneezy OVO. My brother. Thank you.
Thank you, my brother. Appreciate you.
I appreciate y'all, man.
All right.
Thank you.
I'm feeling your pain, it's part of the hustle. Think with your mind, do work with your muscle. A beautiful Janet, poetic justice. A broke nigga, end of discussion. See money talks, you niggas talk too much. All that hating sound